up with Paradise Island tea through practicing and experimenting with different teas. I was bringing different flavors together, and all of a sudden I got this one blend that was just outstanding. It was amazing, and the scent of it was just, it just reminded me so much of Paradise. The flavor of it was just like the scent. So from that point, I started calling it Paradise Island tea. Some of the best things about owning my own business, you see that there's a horizon. I mean, it's a future that can just go on and on. I mean, you're the boss, you're in charge, you can continue to create, you can continue to be adventurous, you can continue to dream. I received a culinary arts degree from Sullivan in 2000, and with that degree, when I was taking classes, I was shown a lot of things. It's a great program, definitely a great program. I chose Sullivan. I kept seeing the commercials. When I was a graduate in school, I didn't know what I was going to do. There were three things. I knew I wanted to do something big. There were three fields I was looking into: becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or a chef. So I kept seeing the Sullivan commercials, and I was just fascinated with it. Everything starts with basic skills. I mean, it teaches you as far as flavoring in and of itself. You know, there's a difference between tasting something and saying, oh, this is good, versus tasting something and saying, oh, I know exactly what it needs. It needs this. Or just thinking of it, not having that, you know, in your pantry or whatnot, but just thinking of that and saying, oh, I know exactly what it needs. I'm going to try this. You know, and something that brings out the flavor of what you're doing, what you're making, whatnot. So, and I use that a lot with the tea. You know, I've came across certain recipes that are good, but then I'm like, okay, if I add this, it'll be better. You know, it'd be wonderful. So, Sullivan, it basically teaches you the science behind cooking. It teaches you the science of, okay, how do I put these different flavors, these different recipes together? What herbs go with what meal? You know, what meat? So with the Sullivan degree, I was able to use that to figure out, you know, basically what flavors blend together very well. The two blends that I have now would be the Passion. That's my original blend. Came up with that in 2008. So that was when I decided to take on the name Paradise Island Tea. And then we also have the same blend with ginger added. So that would be Passion Ginger. I sell my teas at 10 retail outlets around Louisville. I'm also looking into the Indiana area, so we'll be expanding over there here soon. I chose the bottle design of the tea. As I was out on the market looking at different products, they were using similar bottle designs, and in order to get out commercially, you have to be able to look like them or be competitive. And be in the arena with them, so to speak. So that was one of the closest bottles that I was seeing out on the market. And I would say one of the things that kind of geared me towards working with the tea would have been with my culinary arts degree. A lot of times when you go to culinary arts school, you only think of the kitchen aspect of it. And you feel that, okay, I have to go open a restaurant, or I have to work for someone as a chef in the kitchen. Well, there's other alternatives that you can choose. There's other things that you can do with your culinary arts degree. You can be very creative. You can come up with a product or whatnot. So that's where I am right now. I am working on my tea, and when the business flourish, as I'm praying that it will, then hopefully maybe one day a deli might take place. A chain of delis, which would be Shanique Deli. That's my middle name. If you are considering Sullivan, it is an excellent program. The advice I would give would be to get involved. Like I tell everybody that goes to Sullivan, get involved. If you just go there, just to go there to do the book work, and you're not involved, you don't get as much out of it. You know, you have to get involved in every way you can. Jump on every opportunity. If you can get involved with, if you're a culinary arts student, get involved with as much culinary like juleps, catering. If you can work in the cafeteria, if you can help them do any events, because it only helps you to learn more. It helps you to see, you know, what you've read about in the books or whatnot.